Good morning, everyone. Wendy here. I'm here every morning this week to give you some information around 5 steps to successfully publishing your book. I'll just press the record here and welcome. 5 steps to successfully publishing your book. And today I'm going to break that down into 3 steps to manage your mindset. So we talk to authors on a daily basis, and the number one thing that stops most people from writing their book is fear. Fear. It's not time, it's not distractions, it's actually their own mindset and their mind frame about writing the book and putting their information out there to the world. One of the first things that we say or I hear from people is, who is going to read my material? And that comes down from you not being confident enough around your material to get that out in the world. And we say to all of our authors, your story is yours. It's your authentic story. Your business is unique to you. That's what you've developed and have a passion for. So why not get that into print and put it out to the world? So the first thing to do to ask yourself is, who is actually going to read your book? And I bet you the answer to that will be someone that is in your position as you were like 5 years ago. What happened in your life is something that most people would like to read about. Yes, we've all heard similar stories about a trauma or domestic violence background, or, there's been 101 books about mindset. There's been 101 books about different aspects or businesses, but your story is unique, and the way that you do business or the way that your story has panned out over the last 5 to 10 years or even longer. We get a lot of people in the room that when we say, have you been thinking about writing a book for more than 5 years? All these hands up go in the room. So the number one thing is around mindset and thinking about who is actually your ideal reader. So my 3 key things around managing that and asking yourself these questions are, firstly, yesterday I touched on the reasons why that you're writing this book, and it relates back to who is your ideal reader. We've all done it in business, our business avatar. We do all our copying directed towards that person, not directly, but you're writing to that person. It's the same in your book. Yesterday, we talked about the reasons why you may be writing or thinking about writing a book. They are for a legacy, a launch, or a leverage. Let me just recap on what we did yesterday. So a legacy book is about your story or another family member that you're wanting to write their story because it had a huge impact or it had a huge message there for them, or it's a heartfelt project that they actually want to document their family history. A launch book is where you're in a startup phase in your business and you are seeing your book as your business card on steroids. When you go to networking, it is a key lead magnet. It is a signature system that you're wanting to document so your clients have something to take away and read. Or the third category of this is a leverage book. So you're an established business owner. You actually want to credential or level up your business to that next level by utilizing a book to be that business card on steroids and take it up to the next level. Now, they're the 3 categories, but the backbone of that is thinking about why you're actually thinking about writing a book. What are the key reasons for you as a published author? What would that actually mean to you? And really gravitate towards that purpose, because that will keep your motivation and your energy up when it comes down to actually writing or speaking out the content. The second step to managing your mindset is identifying that as a priority in your life. Now, we know, we've seen the movies where authors go away to like a cabin in the woods somewhere and they isolate themselves for 3 months, for 6 months to write that fictional book. With your business book, it is information that you actually know, so it shouldn't take that long. Our system is 48 hours and we have a system and a process around that I'll talk to you more about on Sunday. But identifying this as a priority is essential. So factoring in the time that's needed. If you need to have a discussion about how much time, then feel free to reach out to me and we can have a short phone call. But the time that's needed into putting this project together has to be in your top 3 priorities. Now, we know from other things that you do in your life, house renovations, purchasing a car, planning an overseas holiday. It all comes up into the top 3 priorities, and your book needs to sit in that space in order for you to motivate yourself to make it a priority to get done. The second thing that I want to talk about here under priority is we see people all the time that they procrastinate. Something else comes in, creeps in to distract them away from writing their book. Again, that comes down to fear, but a lot of people, they'll put off. Now, I already said at the beginning of this live that the number of people that we see that have been wanting to write a book for greater than 5 years, and that's because they're sitting on it. They don't know how to do it, and they procrastinate, they postpone it. They say to themselves, oh, you know, Christmas comes around, I've got some holidays then, I'm going to sit down and write it. Okay, Easter is on the way, I'm going to sit down over those 3 or 4 days and I'm going to really chunk it out. So procrastinating or postponing starting is one of the key things that that you know you need to manage in anything to get that done. The third thing is, and I've already mentioned, is distractions. So we know that authoring is not a straight line. It's not a start to finish, and that gets done. There will be things that come up in the way. So it's really important to stay in a community that is going to support you through those peaks and troughs to stay on track. My third step is to seek a mentor and a community. So that leads in nicely for what I've just said. You're going to be in the room with people with the same mindset and the same goal of achieving. You're going to celebrate each other's successes. You're going to keep accountable to that group. Keeping accountable to others is the secret to success. So I'll give you an example through these lives. I committed 2 weeks ago to Sandra to do these lives from Monday to Sunday this week. And because I've actually said that to Sandra and it's been posted in the Facebook group, I've kept accountable to that promise. So holding to account dates, timelines, commitments, what you're actually going to do holds you to account, because there is this little voice inside us that says, you told such and such that you were going to do this by a certain date, so you need to be held accountable. So, and that actually helps you and it supports you in moving forward. You don't go to a gym and pay a subscription and then you feel guilty about not using it. It's the similar thing when you actually commit to writing a book, and being in that community, being around people with the same mindset really, really helps and supports you 100%. And who wants to be, you know, you want to be in a community that's actually going to support you. You know, Jim Rohn always says, surround yourself with the 5 most people that are going to support you in moving forward. And if those 5 people are not within your family circle, because we hear that quite often, that family and close friends, you know, who are you to write a book? We don't want to, you know, don't sit in that zone. Move into the zone where you're actually going to get the support that you need to write your book. So that 10 minutes went really, really quick. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm actually going to go on to the second step into successfully starting your authoring journey. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about 3 essential steps to get your structure, the structural framework of your book. I'm going to cover off that tomorrow. So stay with me for the week, because I'm just giving you 10-minute snapshots of about 5 steps to successfully authoring. And I look forward to seeing you then. If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments down below. Yeah, and I'm happy to talk to you. And Sunday I'll be talking to you more about how you can move forward. But I hope these series are of value to you. If you're thinking about writing a book, congratulations, because just thinking about it and seeing the possibilities from a book for you is part of the key in your visualization to force a success. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'm stumbling and bumbling a bit. That's all right. I'm just trying to get through the content in the 10-minute time frame that I have. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, and I'll be talking about your book structure.